Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. When you see a couple about to get married, you know, bridegroom so beautiful, do you think about them what I'm thinking? Find out. Also, did you ever in a million years think that after 20 some odd years of marriage that you would be divorced?
No, and I certainly thought if that did happen that I would be taken care of, and that's not the case.
And you asked me, can I afford it?
I want to get the 2011 Tesla Model S.
You think $60,000 is a real bargain, don't you, boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. You know, every once in a while, I walk around different cities, and I'm in these fancy hotels sometimes, and I see a bride posing for pictures with her husband-to-be, the groom. And I sit there and I think to myself, they're so beautiful. I just wonder, do they have a prenuptial agreement? Now, I understand that at that moment in time, it is not really sweet of Suze Orman to go up to them and go, do ya? Do ya? But I wonder, because I see how much they're in love right now. I see that they think everything's going to be great for the rest of their life. And then I think back to me sitting behind this desk and all the calls that I have gotten over the 9 years that I've been doing this now from all the women and all the men who thought they were in love when they got married, had the same weddings, the same pictures, the same looks of love, and now they are getting a bitter divorce and they are fighting with each other, and what's it all about anyway? So since I can't talk to them about prenups, I'm going to talk to you about prenups. Because this is the time of year you start to get romantic and you start to think, oh yes, please marry me, please listen to me. If you really, really love one another, there is nothing wrong with talking about money. There is nothing wrong talking about the money that you have as well as the money that you don't have. The two of you should absolutely know how much credit card debt you have, how much student loan debt you have, what are your FICO scores, what are your spending habits, all of that. And if you really love one another, you should both absolutely want to have a prenuptial agreement. Now, you may be sitting there and saying, Suze, why do I want a prenup? I don't have any money to protect. You never know what can happen to you in life, do you? You never know when some stranger, like I have to tell you the truth, I'm a very wealthy woman, as I would hope you would think I am, because otherwise, why would I be sitting here and telling you what to do with your money if I didn't know what to do with mine? Anyway, and in my trust, I've left considerable amounts of money to a few people who I'm not related to, who have touched my hearts over the years. And if something happened to me, these people are going to get a serious surprise. Could be you. You never know. I doubt it, though. However, here's the point. So you never know what can happen to you in life. Are you going to get an inheritance? Are you going to become wealthy later on? Are you going to earn money? What's going to go on in your life? You need to decide when you are in a state of love that if you were to get a divorce, who is going to get what? How are you going to split the money? How are you going to split the retirement accounts? You can do all of that in a prenuptial agreement while you're actually loving one another. If you wait till you are in a state of hate to actually create a divorce document, because you're getting divorced now, you could end up in a situation where you don't get anything. One person has money, the other person doesn't. You're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on legal bills. For what? Something that you could have done very cheaply while you were in love. So what do you need to know about a prenup? You need to do it to make it valid a year, at least 6 months to a year before you get married. You cannot do it on the way to the chapel. It will not stand up in court if you do. You both need your own attorneys. You both need to have this attorney say this attorney say that, and they need to come together, and there need to be changes to the document. One attorney cannot just accept the prenup of another attorney, because then it will look like, you didn't read it, The attorney didn't read it. It was just signed. And again, it will not stand up in court. If you just do those two things, you get together on it and you do it right now, I promise you, won't change your relationship. If you never need it, who cares? But if you do, I promise you, oh, you will be so happy that you did a prenup in a state of love versus a state of hate. I can't even tell you. Tonight, I'm going one-on-one with Kristina. She is coming to us from Orlando, Florida. Now, Kristina used to be a model, married a very wealthy man, recently got divorced. While she was married, however, she lived a seriously affluent lifestyle, and it all came to an end just a little bit ago, and now we have some serious problems. Tell everybody about it, my dear Kristina.
Hi, Susie. Well, I was recently divorced after 24 years, and during that time, I led a very affluent, pampered lifestyle. The problem was I was totally financially sequestered, so when the divorce did come, I didn't have any idea of where the money was, how much was coming in, how much was going out, didn't have a balance to my checkbook, didn't have a file. It was like, boom, there's no money, figure it out.
Kristina, how many times did you ever happen to ask your ex-husband, honey, can I see the money? Honey, can I have money in my own name? How many times would you ask for things like that?
Susie, I asked many times, but I was told, you're given everything you want, what's the problem? And I couldn't really argue. I was given everything I wanted, but I really had no control and I really had no power.
And so when we look back on it, and we'll get into the money in 1 minute here, I always say, you know, women, you need to own the power to control your destiny. And so when you say you were given everything that you wanted, what you really wanted was power to control your destiny, but you settled for these things that money could buy. So you never really got what you wanted, did you?
That's correct, Susie.
Yeah. See, and that's where, I'm so sorry this happened to you, but that's where everybody else watching tonight can really learn from your situation, because that's what happens here on the Suze Orman Show. We learn from each other. We all think, I'm never going to be that woman on the Suze Orman Show. I have a great relationship. I can do this. I can do that. And then 20 years go by, and it's like, oh my God, I'm that woman on the Suze Orman Show. It happened to me. Did you ever in a million years think that after 20 some odd years of marriage that you would be divorced from your husband?
No, and I certainly thought if that did happen that I would be taken care of, and that's not the case.
Now, listen, I'm going to be the first to tell you, because we're going to go through money here, that you did live an affluent lifestyle. You were spending about $30,000 a month. You had 7 horses. For those of you watching right now, again, I do not want you to judge this woman. This woman was living a lifestyle that she truly could afford at the time that she was living it. But now what has happened to her is that after her husband divorced her, yes, she is getting alimony, but she has been stuck with a mortgage on a home, taking care of this property. She's dismissed everybody. She has no maids, nothing anymore. And I know you're going to say, oh, too bad. However, it is reality, and it is not easy to go from living a lifestyle of having everything to now where you are doing everything on your own, and you have expenses of about $11,000 a month. Your ex-husband is only giving you alimony of about $10,000 to $11,000 a month for the next 5 years, and then it stops. So ask me the question, ask me, what is it that you really want to know?
What I really want to know is, how can I set myself up for my, sunset years that I will be okay? I don't have to live the way I used to live. I'm fine living more simply. In fact, I'm enjoying it. It's taken a long time to get to it, but I realize I don't need all the shoes. I don't need all the handbags. I don't need all the clothes. You can live nicely on so much less, and I've really learned a lot about excess and spending money. And I'm not the same person. I'm not the person that's, had all those things anymore. And now I'm the girl that shops at the dollar store, and I'm fine with it.
So you have this home in Rhode Island, and I understand that it's a beautiful home. And I understand that you would love to stay there. But I also understand, as you do, the mortgage alone currently on that home is $7,000 a month.
Yes.
I also understand that the property taxes monthly are about $1,000 to $2,000 a month with insurance and everything else. So just for those two things on that home, we have expenses of $9,000. I'm going to give you two possibilities here, my dear Kristina, which is this. You rent out the rooms. You already have started to board horses there. You've gotten rid of 6 of your horses. You're training, so you currently have income of $2,500 a month coming in from what you're doing alone. You also have the possibility of being able to sell off 40 acres maybe of the property. Mm-hmm. If you could sell off more acreage and get almost the $500,000 that you need, or $600,000 to pay off the mortgage on this home in totality, you now would own this home outright. Your expenses would go from about $11,000 or $12,000 a month down to $3,000 or $4,000 a month, which you could manage, forget the alimony for a second, with the own money that you're bringing in, plus your rental money from the rooms. So how's that sound to begin with?
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, now, that's one way that you can go.
Yes.
Second way you can go is you could try to refinance this home to a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Your payments would go down to about $3,000 a month. And then the $3,000 a month plus your other expenses keep you in there, and maybe you could get by. Here's what I would really like you to do. I want you to not get by. I want you to thrive. If you were to able to sell your home outright right now, you would pocket about $500,000. The $500,000 you could take and buy a ranch outright for yourself in Florida. Florida is a state that does not have state income taxes. You are going to have to pay income taxes on your alimony. So if I can get you in a situation where you sell your house, you move to Florida, you own it outright, you start making money on your own right there, you then take this $8,000 a month from your ex-husband and you do nothing more but save that. That plus the money that you also got in retirement plans and everything, you will have at the age of 56 about $1 million. At that point, you will not get alimony anymore, but your business will have built up. You could, if you need it, generate from that $1 million income for yourself of a few $1,000s a month to live on. When you are 62, you will qualify for half of your ex-husband's Social Security, even if you are not married to him. And I just have a gut feeling that if you downsized right now, you did it right now, you would be able to live a lifestyle where you were an independent woman. You weren't depending on renting out a room here. You were doing it all on your own. And the more powerful you feel, the more your business will expand, the more people will come train with you, the more money you will make, and you will be the powerful woman who owns and can control your destiny and not be dependent on anybody else. And you will never make this mistake again because you learned the hard way. How does that sound to you?
That sounds like a great plan, Susie.
And do you feel more powerful now?
I do.
Just take this great smile of yours and this great energy and the love that you have for horses, and you ride off into the sunset, girlfriend. Underneath it all, you were doing it for him in the hopes that you would have it cleared up before he found out about it. Yes or no, Carly?
Yes, definitely.
Did we get what just happened here? And later, in wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
We're interested in taking a cruise from New York to Australia.
Uh-huh. That's quite a cruise for $25,000.
Should be, yeah. It's a great adventure.
I got it there, $25,000. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Let's go to Arizona. We have Carly on the phone with us tonight.
Hi.
Hi, Carly. What can I do for you?
I have just, I've gotten into a lot of credit card debt in the past, 8 years.
How much is a lot, Carly?
Well, $9,000 and then $3,000 left on my car.
All right, so $9,000 may seem like a lot, but really it is a manageable amount. I just want you to keep that in mind as you continue your question. People call into the Suze Orman Show and it's $75,000, $100,000, $190,000 of credit card debt. $9,000 happens to be, just so you know, my dear Carly, the average of the American family out there. So you're average right now, but go on.
Okay. It feels like a lot to me. I'm on sort of a tight little budget. I'm trying to pay it all off, and I'm putting a lot towards it. It used to be $15,000, so I've gotten it down a little. But I start to feel really anxious, and I get like panic attacks, and I can't sleep when I think about money at night, and it's affecting my health now. And I've developed a pretty severe case of bulimia, and it kind of goes hand in hand. The more I freak out about money, the more I spend on food to do that, and it's just kind of like this back and forth thing. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, let me ask you this. First of all, how old are you?
I just turned 30.
30, great. And how much money do you make a month?
$2,200.
$2,200. And do you like your job?
I love it, yeah, I do.
All right, so let's start there. You're still young. Let's look at the good things right now. You're still young. You make $2,200 a month at a job that you love. Mm-hmm. So you have two really great things going for you. What was it within you that allowed you to reduce this debt from $15,000 to $9,000? What were you telling yourself? How were you able to do that?
I guess, I'm tired of the struggle,
No. Stick with me here. I'm going someplace with you.
Okay.
What within you allowed you to go from $15,000 of credit card debt to $9,000? You reduced it by a significant amount. Now, something happened from when you had the ability to do that to you all of a sudden not having that ability anymore and taking that energy and doing what with it? Going out, buying food, doing whatever, and then going on and using that as an excuse. What happened? Did you break up with a boyfriend? Did a parent die? What happened that stopped you on this path to financial success? What, Carly?
I don't know. I did break up with a boyfriend. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
All right, let me ask you this. After you broke up with your boyfriend, did you start using your credit cards when you hadn't been using your credit cards?
Yes.
Did you start to pay down this credit card debt because your boyfriend at the time made it mandatory? Was he financially, fiscally responsible?
Yes, he was. He didn't know really about this, though.
But you were doing it for him, even though you weren't telling him what you had. Underneath it all, you were doing it for him in the hopes that you would have it cleared up before he found out about it. Yes or no, Carly?
Yes, definitely.
Did we get what just happened here?
I think so.
All right. Did you get that? Now, how I knew all that, I don't know. I don't know how I know all these things. It's just that that's what makes sense. When we're emotionally wounded, we start to do things that really turn all the goodness and the energy we have inside of ourselves against ourselves. Here's the bottom line. If you have the energy to do this for an ex-boyfriend, you have the energy to do it for yourself. If you just stop giving yourself excuses and get it under control, you can turn this around. I advise you to do it sooner than later. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I just would love getting my commercial pilot's license.
See, here's what concerns me before I even look at your money. Also,
I'd like to take some time off from work to go to Florida and compete in some shuffleboard tournaments.
does this $5,000 include your expenses of what it would take you to live, given that you've taken time off work?
Yes, it would.
It would. You sure about that? What do you want to buy?
Louis Vuitton handbag, commercial pilot's license.
2011 Tesla Model S.
Yes, this is the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is that you want to buy. I ask you a few questions, and then I will either approve you or deny you, depending when you answer my questions. Are you ready? Let's go. Doug, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Doug boy.
I'd like to take some time off from work to go to Florida and compete in some shuffleboard tournaments. I'd like to qualify for this big tournament at the end of the year so I can play against the best players in the world and see if maybe I'm the best.
And $5,000. Here's what concerns me. I heard you say you want to take time off work to be able to do this. So does this $5,000 include your expenses of what it would take you to live, given that you've taken time off work?
Yes, it would.
It would. You sure about that?
Well, I'm planning to live on a pretty small budget down there.
I got it. All right, boyfriend, show me the money.
I have $2,000 a month in take-home pay.
But if you're doing this, you're not going to have $2,000 a month in take-home pay.
Well, there is time when I could work down there, too.
Go on.
I'd have expenses of $1,485 a month. I have a $70,000 HELOC.
Yeah.
I have $10,000 liquid and $117,000 in retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
Well, I've always made a contribution to my Roth IRA, and I thought maybe one year I could forego that since I've been so diligent about doing it my whole life.
But the thing is, you are 43 years of age, and even though you've been diligent about doing it, you only have $100,000 in retirement denied. Listen, Doug, I wish I could let you do this, and you may do it anyway, but you can't shuffle your money around like you do a shuffleboard and you push it here and you push it there. You have to have a plan of action, and at 43 years of age, you have a HELOC on your home. When interest rates go up, and they will go up, your payments will go up there. We only have $10,000 liquid. We're going to stop having income. We still have those same expenses. Are you kidding? No, boyfriend, I know you want to see you're the best in the world. You just can't afford to. All right, Kimberly, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Good, Kimberly. You know, when anybody asks me how am I during a Can I Afford It segment, I already know that they're about to buy something that they don't think I think you should have. Anyway, go ahead. What do you want to buy?
I want to buy a Louis Vuitton handbag.
I see. I knew it. I knew it. All right. You want to buy a $750 Louis Vuitton bag. All right. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
Bills.
Oh, well, show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money, and then I'll
Okay.
tell you. Go on.
Okay, I have $3,000 a month take home. My expenses are $2,018 a month.
Yeah.
I have debt is my $76,000 30-year fixed mortgage at 7%. My savings liquid is $8,000, and my retirement is $2,000.
So here's a question for you before I approve or deny you. All right.
Okay.
Number one, how are you going to pay for this?
Okay, I was going to pay half of it in cash and half of it on my credit card, and there are no credit card bills. Like, even once I pay this off, it'll be zero. I don't have any kids, so I just felt like this would be a reward for myself since
Right.
I don't
And
have any
how
credit card
long have you been working at the job that you've been working, where you have $1,000 more a month in income than you do expenses. How long have you been doing that?
I've been working here for 3 years.
Denied. Denied.
Oh.
Let me tell you why I'm denying you. 3 years is 36 months. If you had $1,000 excess every single month, you would have far more money than you do in your emergency savings, in your retirement accounts. You don't have any money there because why? You've been spending that money doing things you shouldn't be doing, and now you want to go and spend money on a bag that you shouldn't be spending. Again, you can't afford it. Oh, God, this segment's going to do me in. Anyway, Brittany, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Oh, here we go, Brittany. What do you want to buy?
I am wanting to get my commercial pilot's license. And the reason behind getting my commercial pilot's license is at that point, once I get that, I can have a career change. I could fly for FedEx. I could fly for other companies. I could start on my own charter company. I could start training students to fly and get their pilot's license. And I just would love getting my commercial pilot's license.
All right, now.
My husband has his pilot's license right now. And so it'd be something that we could even do together. So,
all right, now, if your husband is currently a commercial pilot, is he a commercial pilot or a private pilot?
He's only got his private pilot's license right now.
All right, but you want your commercial. How much? It's $50,000 for a commercial pilot's license. See, here's what concerns me before I even look at your money. I have a lot of friends who are commercial pilots, and either they get laid off, they're not being paid very much. That field is so crowded right now. But private pilots, they seem to be aplenty because everybody who has money flies private because they don't want to go through all the rigmarole of all the stuff you have to do at airports. How much would it be to get a private pilot's license versus a commercial?
A private pilot's license would only be $6,000 to $8,000, but with a private pilot's license, I can't make money.
Sure you can. Can't you do chartered flights and things like that? All right, that's besides the point. Show me the money.
Me and my husband make a combined income of $56.25 per month.
Yeah.
We have $36.53 per month of expenses. We have $133,000 30-year ARM at 2.75%. We've got $42,000 in personal loans at 5%. And in savings, we have $11,000 in liquidated in savings. We have $1,000 in investments, and we have $1,600 in retirement.
How are you going to pay for this? I'm assuming that the $42,000 personal loan was for your husband's license and his school and things like that he probably got from his parents, correct?
Yes, it was.
All right.
That one was one that he got for other things that he did.
All right, so rather than a student loan, he did it from his parents. So this would be, how would you pay for this? This is all on you now. How would you pay it?
Because we've got the extra amount, we've got almost $2,000 a month for kind of leeway that we can save. We can do whatever we want with because our income is.
So you're going to take out a student loan to do this?
So we would be actually using the $2,000 difference in our income and our expenses to pay for it. So
and you would pay it out monthly to them, correct?
Yes.
All right, Brittany, I just have to ask you one more question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want to be a commercial pilot? How bad do you want to do so?
I want to have number 10 because I've been doing it for about a month now, and I just love it. I have so much fun. It's something that I enjoy so much.
Girlfriend, here's what I'm going to tell you. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, you have been approved. And the reason that I'm approving you is at the age of 24, I am treating this like a student loan for you to go to school to become something you really, really, really want to become. Don't you fail me. Don't you fail me. You're going to be cutting it tight. But at 24, you found out what you want to be. If you don't do it now, when? Arno, what do you want to buy?
I want to get the 2011 Tesla Model S.
How do you even know it's going to work, my dear Arno? It's 2011. Those are brand new cars. They haven't been tested yet. How do you know it's going to be okay?
I actually already test drove the Roadster version of it like last year, and it was pretty fine. It was super fast.
So you got in a car once. It went fast, $100,000, and so you think $60,000 is a real bargain, don't you, boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sure you do. 2011 Tesla, however you say it. Show me the money.
Well, I got $22.50 intake from my paycheck. I got $11.35 from my rental properties. I got $3,300 in expenses. I got a $28,000 home fixed mortgage at 6.5% for my rental property, $9,000 car loan at 6.5%, for $300 in the credit card debt, and it's 0% special, and I have $1,200 saved out in my retirement, and that would be it.
How are you going to pay for it? Kind R no.
Well, I'm planning to sell my car, and I'll have like a couple years to save money for it and just finance the rest.
How are you going to sell your car? You have a $9,000 loan on your car. Your car probably isn't even worth as much as you owe on it. You have been denied $60,000. Do you know what payments would be on a $60,000 car? More than what you are bringing in. You cannot afford it. This is ridiculous, and I don't care how fast the $100,000 roaster went. Oh, Jane, what do you want to buy?
Oh, hi, Susie. We're interested in taking a cruise from New York to Australia.
That's quite a cruise for $25,000.
It should be, yeah. It's a great adventure.
I got it there, $25,000. All right, so let me just tell you what's happened here so far.
Okay.
I've approved somebody for $50,000 to go be a pilot. I've denied somebody to spend $60,000 on a car that's not even a proven thing yet, one of these Teslas.
Wow.
Now you're asking me to approve or deny you for $25,000 for a cruise.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Okay. All right, so our income is about $7,500 a month. We can withdraw from an IRA. We have $1,400 a month we have from rental income.
But just so I get this right, you say that you're 49, but you're withdrawing $7,500 a month from an IRA. Was this an inherited IRA?
No, this is, part of it is my husband is about 15 years older, so he's 65.
Oh, he's 65. So got it. Okay, go on.
$1,100 is Social Security, which is his. And our expenses are $6,507 a month.
Yeah.
We own our home outright.
Yeah.
We have no debt. Oh, we have about $140,000 in savings outside of the retirement, and then $2.3 million in retirement accounts.
And so that's what you have, and you're withdrawing on your retirement in order and for you to make ends meet. Has the balance of your retirement account been going down, or has it been staying relatively stable?
Well, it's actually, we're
increasing going up.
Yeah.
All right. You're taking money out of a retirement account, but your husband's old enough to do so. Yes. You're living mainly on Social Security and things like that. So here's the bottom line. You have been approved.
I have.
You have, because you have enough in your retirement account, given your expenses, given that you're still relatively young. You'll start getting Social Security as you get older and as well. Your retirement accounts are going up. Girlfriend, have a good time down under. Okay, do you want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you will type in right there, what you want to buy. And that will come here. And guess what? We'll decide if you can play with us on this Can I Afford It segment. Up next, Julie asked me,
So, Susie, how are we doing?
you got my will and trust kit and you have never completed it.
I know.
All right.
Hey, Susie. I wanted to thank you so much for my chef's coat.
Girlfriend, what do you want to buy?
I want to buy a Charm City Cakes chef's coat.
We contacted the people for you. They have sent to you your jacket absolutely for free.
I made you a cake. It's green to match your desk and graphics, and it tasted really great. Thanks again, Annetta.
Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Yes, this is the How Am I Doing segment. This is where you want to know. Are you on track to be able to retire, to meet your goals later on in life? And you want to know now so that you don't end up making a big mistake and then you can't do anything. So tonight, Julie wants to know, Susie, how am I doing?
Hi, Susie. My husband and I are in our early 40s with no kids. We got a late start saving for retirement, so now I am obsessed with playing catch-up. We'd like to retire by 54 when my husband is eligible for his full pension. Since it's just the two of us, I want to make sure we are financially taken care of when we are older. So, Susie, how are we doing?
Oh, Julie, first of all, welcome to the Suze Orman Show.
Thanks, Susie. I am so excited to talk to you.
So, Julie, what grade would you give you and Eric, your husband, in terms of how we, meaning you and Eric, are doing?
Right. Well, I think as far as credit, I would give myself a C. I think I could do better. But as far as debt, I give myself an A. So I'd say as far as finances go, I would give myself maybe a B, right in the middle. For estate planning, enough. And I know why.
All right, good. All right. So before I tell you what I think, let's show everybody how the two of you really are doing. We have income of about $5,871 a month, and your expenses are about $4,000 a month, so we're doing pretty great there. You have money in retirement, emergency funds, you've got that. You have money in investments, and you have equity in your home. And your total assets are $354,000 approximately. You do have car loan debt, you have mortgage debt. However, your total debt is $106,000, so not so bad given your assets and given your age. If I were going to give you a grade, I would actually give you a C more than a B. Because at this time, given the income and given that you have had about $1,800 a month more, you've been having a great time, but you haven't been saving as much as you should have saved. So you should have more money right now at this stage in your life. So if we're going to break it down, here's how I would break it down. I would give you an A on your FICO scores, an A on your debt, because you really don't have that much debt. I would give you a C to a D in your savings, because you don't have enough money in savings. I would give you a C in retirement savings, because you don't have enough there either. I would give you a D to an F in estate planning, and the reason I would do that is you got my will and trust kit and you have never completed it.
I know.
All right, but therefore that's why you got a D. And also, I have to tell you, I would give you a D in insurance. Your husband works in a dangerous profession, so to speak, and all you have is $100,000 of life insurance. And if something happened to him, because we're still 12 years away from him being able to retire, do you understand? So we're underinsured there. So those are the things that you have got to take care of. What do I think about your plan, and what will it look like when Eric is 54 years of age, and you will be at that point, I believe it will be 56 years of age. This is how it will look. All right, his pension will be $1,663 per month. In 6 years now, you will have your home as well as your car paid off, correct?
Correct.
You then will be saving close to $1,700 more a month in your expenses. So I want you to then, 6 years from now, take that $1,700 in savings plus the $833 a month that you're currently saving for retirement, combine them together, and I want you to put away $2,500 a month towards your retirement. If you did that, you would then have, at the age of 54, especially if you did it in a Roth IRA, so you would be able to access some of this money without penalty, you would have about $2,300 a month of income from there. That's $3,963, or about $4,000 a month before taxes. Your expenses at the time will still be about $2,200 to $2,500 or things like that. So you're making it, but you're not making it with enough cushion for you to be able to totally retire. So at the age of 54, you're going to have to, even if your husband retires from his current place of where he's working, the two of you are going to have to continue to work more and make as much money as you can. If it were up to me telling you, I would have you working somewhere else till you were 67 and could collect full Social Security, and then you would have a life that really rocks. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. All righty, now listen, if you want to ask me a question, and I want you to ask me a question, you can do it so many ways. You can email a question in via my website, that's SuzeOrman.com. You can go to my Twitter page, which is at Suze Orman Show, and tweet me. I love to tweet, you know, bip, 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 bip. Anyway, or you can go to my Facebook page. Now, recently, I was out at a book signing. I love to go to my book signings, and my crew from the Suze Orman Show happened to be with me. Now, while we were there, the producers from the Suze Orman Show thought it would be a great, great idea if they could get people to say, congratulations, Suze, on your 8th anniversary. You know, recently we celebrated our 8th anniversary on the Suze Orman Show. So they were getting people to say, what do you think about it? And they were interviewing them. And, well, here's the thing. We were interviewing Suzanne, one of the producers, was interviewing a woman by the name of Sochil. And she was saying, come on, congratulate Suze for her 8th anniversary. And then, well, just take a look to see what happened.
Happy anniversary, Suze. Happy 8th anniversary. I've been with you since Young, Broke, and Fabulous, and I'm so excited for all your success. Happy anniversary.
That's a really good one.
Yeah?
You want to do that one more time, but just keep staring
Okay,
at the camera,
okay.
though, at the lens.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Happy anniversary, Suze. I've been with you since Young, Broke, and Fabulous, and I'm glad you're turning 8 now. Oh, I forgot what I said.
And congratulations on your 8th anniversary.
Okay.
And look who's here!
Yes, and I'm saying happy anniversary. Oh,
You want to move back to LA?
yes. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course. And why aren't you moving back to LA?
Because I'm afraid of jobs in California right now, and I have a good job now, and I don't know if I'm ready to take a pay cut with the added expenses of California living.
Listen, you're 26. You have your whole life in front of you. Go for it. Have fun.
Oh, thank you.
Lottery today.
Where was my camera when this was happening?
Now, how cute was Sochil? I loved watching that. Here's the thing I want you all to get. When you are young, truthfully, that is the time to go for it. Not to go for things like a $60,000 Tesla or things that don't make sense. But when we're talking about making an investment in your future and you doing something that you really feel in your gut that you need to do, you have to go for it. Not that you should do it just to do it, but because you really feel it's the right thing. You know, I'll never forget, and I know, I'm just going to tell you a story here. After 4 years of going to the University of Illinois, I borrowed $1,500 from my brother to buy a van because I wanted to leave Illinois and I wanted to go to California. I wanted to see hills. I wanted to see something different, and my heart was telling me to do it, and all I had was $300 to my name, and that was it. And I found myself in California. So when you're young, that is the time to do it. All right, so that brings us to the end of this week's version of the Suze Orman Show. You better come back next Saturday night. Do you hear me? But until then, there's only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe.